I'm Kristine Reese.
And I'm Billy Ty.
And we are the co-directors of Mamma
Mamma
Mia.
Mamma Mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go.
This was in spring of 2021, and Brant Blocker asked us if we would be interested in taking on the project. We were super excited to do it. My very first, it wasn't my first professional show, but it was my first equity tour. So I really know the show very well, and I love the show.
Yes, I have seen Kristine in Mamma Mia countless times over the years, and it was a very exciting project for us to be a part of, to kind of put our stamp on it, and to be a part of City Springs.
We were doing some streamed concerts with City Springs. We both did Let's Hang On, and Give Our Regards to Broadway, I believe is what it was officially titled. And then previously I had been in South Pacific, which was in the first season.
But City Springs trusted us with this massive project, and so we are eternally grateful.
I wouldn't have to work at all. I'd fool around and have a ball.
Cindy Reiser, the choreographer, the intricacy of so you see them all together, but then you'll see individual kind of hits and things.
Money, money, money.
I also think something that Cindy does really well is she directs the eye. You should be looking at Donna mostly, and then you should see kind of hands and things. And she and all the numbers in the show, she did a really good job of this. And given the space that we were in, that was so important.
And she's also really, really great at changing tempo based on what your audience is expecting. So we have multiple hits in this section, and in the show, in this number, there's a lot of repetition, but the rhythmic hits from the ensemble are different each time, so that we're creating all of these different feelings that way the audience is constantly kept engaged. Not only was it a show that's near and dear to our hearts, but it gave us an opportunity to explore our working relationship as directors, and to put on a big show during a very chaotic moment in the country. I mean, putting on any musical at this large a scale is a difficult and wildly chaotic endeavor. But then you add in the fact that this was very much during COVID in a lot of ways. We were taking on a lot of new risks. We were rehearsing in masks exclusively. There was not a vaccine available at this point. The union had not...
Yeah, I'm very involved with the union, and there was a lot of conversations about when we were going to allow people to take off their masks and perform, which at that point they hadn't until a couple of weeks before we started. So I think we were one of the first shows that was going to go outside and try this.
And be first in Atlanta.
Yes, and it was scary but also exciting to be able to say, okay, we did this and we did it safely and everything was okay. We literally didn't see half of each other's faces until we got to the amphitheater, so that was kind of fun and interesting.
One of the unique challenges to staging Mamma Mia during COVID is it's a show all about romance, and how do you stage romance and direct romance in a compelling, believable musical without physical contact? And that became a real issue of how do we allow the actors to kiss? And the result was we didn't.
I feel like you can direct, you can give an energy to something without actually having it happen, and that was kind of a challenge for us as directors, but also kind of goes to show you don't literally have to always do something exactly what it says in the script. We did like at one point a dip with a back turn that I think looked
that was
like a kiss.
The final wedding kiss is we just had them shift in a way that when he takes to dip her, he crosses the shoulder so that the audience can't see that he's actually not making contact with them. So it's, not ideal, but there are creative solutions to any problem. Oh, I love this scene. We worked on this a lot, and this is Heidi McCurley and Terry Henry. Kristine and I really believe as directors in creating a sandbox approach for directing, and a lot of what we did to find this choreography and staging was just playing with the characters in the space, letting them use their creativity to come up with things, because who am I to tell these amazing women what I think they would do as these characters? So I think a lot of it is basically just inviting all the creativity of multiple artists in the room, letting us play and letting us make each other laugh and then go, yes, that's the thing, we should stick with that, stick with that. You know, I was in the audience and it was amazing to see all these people coming out and seeing live theater again. And that was the first time I had seen a show since everything had happened. So it was a really an amazing thing to be a part of, not only because we were getting to direct, you were getting to star.
I also feel like it was such a special group of people and we were all so happy to be there and the energy was crazy positive. And I know for all of us that were involved, we're all still friendly and we talk. I mean, just, that was so fun. That's what everyone says. That was so much fun.
I remember just, I literally was crying at that one night because we were there. It was just an amazing thing to be a part of, to see the community dancing in the aisles and having fun as families and being participants in the show. And I think that's one of the beauties of Mamma Mia is that it encourages its audience to feel like they can participate by the end of the show.
I remember when I was doing the show way back when, one of the things that the choreographer said was the choreography was intended to be, the audience felt like they could do it. And we talked about that with Cindy because we wanted people to dance in the aisles. So it had to be accessible enough to a theater goer to feel like they could do it with us. And they definitely did, which was awesome.
Did. But for us, on a personal note, this was the first time our son had seen you perform too. So I vividly remember holding him in our arms and like just dancing and rocking with him and just being so moved by the entire thing because of its combination of theater coming back and bringing audiences back to the theater again, as well as having, you know, a co-director on stage and mom and wife on stage with so many of our friends and colleagues.
We really were having that much fun. I mean, however much fun it looks like we were having.
Look at this lighting.
Yeah. Also, I know, just killing it. Look at everybody, so happy. It was so loud too, just the screaming.
It was wild. So that was Mamma Mia.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting
City Springs Theater Company.
If you enjoyed today's video, and if you enjoy what we do,
we hope you will consider a tax-deductible gift to City Springs Theater Company this holiday season.
As we've often told you, 40% of our revenue comes from donations. And this month, your contributions are even more precious thanks to a generous match from Grace and Scott Schickler.
Remember, individual donations help us keep ticket prices down
and allow us to offer discounted tickets to veterans, educators, and first responders.
thank you for your support, and we'll see you at the theater.